You can do the cooking. I will ration it.
It's important to warm up. Want to try it? You might still be in your growth period. It's always great to keep your modest attitude. You didn't forget that, did you? Together is such a wonderful thing. Don't you agree? Tell me if you need any potion. I'll take care of it.
You can do the cooking. I will ration it.
Now I feel like I can survive. And wow, this tastes so much better. Did we change cooks?
Ganbold told us to ask you about Bronte's bolt. I'm truly aware of how hard it is to rebuild from utter ruin. However, I must know the details. Could you assist me?
It's such an old tale that most of them won't remember. However, forgotten tales are somewhat of a specialty of mine. Paternal Chief Records Officer at your service. A few days after the humans had left for the Forbidden Black Mountain to meet the Great Founder, a new group of humans arrived and began to uproot a white tree devoid of leaves. "Why are you uprooting this tree?" Ale asked, to which the humans replied, "This lightning-struck tree was once Bronte's, the Witch of Thunder. She used it to teach us how to tear off a dragon's wings. We were grateful for her wisdom, but when storms came, lightning would set the tree ablaze. Now, the witch is gone, as will we be soon, who will douse the flames that threaten to engulf our village, until all that existed here exists no more upon our return." Ale thought a moment. "There's no need to uproot the tree. We will keep it safe in your absence." But the human replied, "Would you take the witch's wisdom from us?" "Only we can rule over the dragons." And with that, they uprooted the tree with finality and left. But Ale couldn't stand it. Much like the dazzling light at Awena's tail, he felt the tree calling out to him, this time in painful moans. His tears began to flow, but when they hit the ground, in their place grew another tree. As for the humans' fears, well, they never came. After the witch's death, an eternal winter befell this place.
Then, ultimately, as soon as it rains, lightning will strike the Bronte's bolt tree.
It is nearly impossible for rain to fall there by natural means, Actually, it is impossible. But for Invish, the sage of the Abets,
Everyone, get up and head to cover! It's Professor Tabudai. She's returned with grave injury from Bronte's bolt!
Did I make you worried? Oh, I'll have to try harder.
Professor, take this oak pill of flames. It will slow the spread of the poison.
Poison? The Oak Jinshini are using poison.
Gonvold, no. It's not the Oak Jinshini. It's you. From Alwina's tale. Is Lando here as well? Bring him here. I have something urgent to tell him.
Ever thought I'm the one taking care of you? You're like a naughty child to take care of.
Look at this! It's a winter spirit! How did they catch it alive? Didn't anyone ever... What did you say? Professor Tabudai? Oh, okay, I'll go right... What did you say? Professor Tabudai! Huh? What is...
It's poison. Don't inhale too much of it. I don't have much time. Listen carefully. Tell your quick-footed friends in your fleeing fox squad, was it? Do you remember your lessons on the ecology of winter trees? It's of little matter now. There are two ways the winter trees survive. First, by getting carried off on the winds of Everfrost. Much like dandelion seeds, the farther the seeds travel, the stronger the mountain becomes. Second is by the Okjinshini planting them. Return, return, they sing. Planting them because they have a superstitious belief that Libresca will return when she sees the jade light of the winter tree. That's why I believed the Dreadwinter trees were also planted by the Okjinshini. However, I was wrong.
Professor, you need to save your breath. The poison will...
A monster that I've never seen was planting a seed near Bronte's bolt tree. And as soon as the seed was planted, it sprouted and grew. The very Dreadwinter trees we saw. They are using the winter trees as some sort of indicators. So we need to tell everyone in the area of the Mountain of Eternal Winter to find all the locations where the Dreadwinter trees took root. Also, get them to safety until these indicators have been analyzed.
What about the monster? Did it flee?
Probably. But it couldn't have gotten far. I bound it with the tooth of the swamp when it wounded me.
A new enemy. A new threat. Commander Gunbolt, I have a proposition. First, I need you to evacuate everyone at the refugee camp to Ailton. Send your fastest men to the southern and eastern watchtowers. As for the rest of your soldiers, have them assist the villager evacuation. Then, have them all gather here and stand in formation. Unfortunately, we have zero knowledge about this new threat. But, if you focus on mustering the best defense you can here, that will allow us to go out in search of the monster. However, if we are successful in vanquishing it, then you must help us make a lightning bolt strike the Bronte's boat tree. This blood likely came from the Professor. We'll follow the trail to the monster. So this is Bronte's boat tree. Huh. The monster is definitely still close by.
Whoa. Seeing your skills up close, I was right on the mark about you. During my entire life at the bottom of this mountain, I've never seen the likes of... What are you doing?
I'm taking its poisonous fang. We'll surely have need of it.
Hey! What are you standing around slack-jawed for? Follow his lead! You intend to stay weak and defenseless?
I've never once seen this monster on the path of prophecy. To think that the Oak Jinshini weren't the ones responsible for the Dreadwinter plantings.
Commander Gunbold made us a promise that he would aid us in making lightning strike the Bronte's bolt tree. Is it you? The one who will aid us with the witch's trial?
That's correct. Pardon me.
They've all been planted, oh great shaman.
To think I would use the last gift the witch bestowed upon the humans that settled this site.
I have no idea what that is, but if I were a betting man, and I am, I'd say it's something amazing.
Though we dared to forget the wisdom of lightning. Please, just this once, forgive us of this sin. And bestow, once more, the wisdom that tore the wings of dragons.
It's like a miracle.
Someday, far in the future, I'm sure it will be told as a tale of mere fiction. On the path of prophecy, this is known as the Star of the Winterland, a Winterland world blanketed with snow. There, all worldly boundaries are erased, as the snow unites all within as one. A majestic castle that pierces the heavens, and the tattered tenements that loiter unseen in its shadow. The radiant beauty, the festering wounds, all become one in the ever-mounting snow. This is why we love the mountain of eternal winter. We believed it would be eternal. That was our hubris. After the mysterious explosion at the Sherakan iron mines, a sound we hoped would never be heard echoed from the mountain. From the silent haven of slumbering origin, a steady crackling, likely from the Yenix, since the haven is the cradle that embraces it. Obviously, the Yenix was lost long, long ago. However, before we could make sense of it all, these monsters began to appear. If it is a life birthed by the mountain, we cannot raise arms against them. Please, take on this burden that we cannot, so that the Mountain of Origin may keep its peace.
The fourth witch is Lesha, the Witch of Fever. The Star of the Winterland seeks the face that it lost, where life and death cycles in the heavens. For the first time since we started this journey, I can confidently say I have no idea. But, Master Shaman, you know, right?
Where life and death cycles in the heavens, that would be at the end of the Path of Prophecy in Jade Starlight Forest.
The Oak-Jinchini's Jade Starlight Forest? That Jade Starlight Forest? That's where my dad went and never returned from! No, it's too dangerous! Why does it have to be there? I can't go with you guys! Oh, what'll you do without me to save you?
As if that's of any concern. I never expected you to be useful. We just need to cut down whoever gets in our way. Let's go.
Please, tread carefully. Our Khan, the leader of the Abets, may still be alive. Whatever you do, please, don't do anything that would put him in danger.
When did the Oak-Jinchini destroy this place?
After he entered the Jade Starlight Forest.
Then he is most likely dead.
No! How can you say such a thing?
If you are the heir of the Khan, you must look the ugly truth of reality in the eye. Then search carefully for any sign of hope. I'll ask again. Why did you want to climb that mountain?
Then allow me to make this one request. Please talk to the Bahitram people at the entrance to the Jade Starlight Forest first. There are those that have observed the Oak-Jinchini for much longer than we. They could have seen signs that we might have missed.
Let's move quickly.
Oh, hello. Your kindness makes me so happy.
They call the place Bronte's Bolt. I long for... However, I admit this act doesn't bode well for profit. In order to
If you plan to leave your home,
There's a price I pay for using this borrowed power. Damn it. I should never have brought it forth. I reacted too emotionally earlier. Some old memories resurfaced.
You were sent by the Aubet shaman, Invish. It pains me to say this, but... there is no path through the forest that will completely avoid the Oak Jinshini. I completely understand where Shaman Invish is coming from. The Aubets and Oak Jinshini were once on quite good terms. Until that changed, this used to be a place of meeting. The Aubets Chief Hunvish and the Oak Jinshini Chief Floki were extremely close. So close that they would sit together, even during blizzards, to eat oak pills and drink together. Both are of the Mountain of Eternal Winter, and both are children of Labreska, one born from her tears, and but soon after the recent mysterious explosion at the Shirikon Iron Mines. Events beyond our understanding started to occur at the Aubet's most sacred place, a place they considered their site of origin. When a totem in the Zavir Highlands was destroyed, the investigation unbelievably concluded that it was the doing of the Oak Jinshini. Ultimately, the Khan came to the forest in search of the truth. He brought no guards, perhaps as a sign of trust. However, that evening, we definitely heard it from high atop a hill. The forest was filled with screams that night.
Was the Khan tortured?
No. It was the screams of the Oak Jinshini. I cannot fathom what happened. However, we are certain the Khan did not re-emerge from the forest, and the angry Oak Jinshini set about destroying the village.
So, someone slaughtered the Oak Jinshini?
When the Oak Jinshini lose all physical strength, their souls return to the flame of origin, and they are reborn. Therefore, as long as their origin flame isn't extinguished, they cannot die.
Would one such as a Khan have acted so rashly with this knowledge?
As I said, his trust was enough that he went in unarmed.
However, there was one thing that was strange. The leader wasn't with the group that attacked the village. So the Okjinshini chief Floki has also completely disappeared. What in the world happened in the forest that night?
But why do you want to go into the forest?
Where life and death cycles in the heavens. Is this the flame of origin you mentioned before?
Ah, yes. It is also referred to as such. But you can't go there right now. I was informed by Alici at Mountaintop Guard Post that the Path of Prophecy within the Jade Starlight Forest, where the Flame of Origin resides, is currently blocked by a mysterious wall. Thankfully, we have Assistant Pippet helping us conduct our investigations.
Did you not just say going into the forest is dangerous?
Well, Pippet is a Frostel Weasel, so the Okjinshini won't attack him. Pippet said that the wall that blocks the Path of Prophecy appears to deteriorate as more Okjinshini return to the Flame of Origin.
It's time for you to pull your weight. Cut the Okjinshini down and open up the way for us. I need to rest and reserve my strength. When you're ready, let's meet at the Mountaintop Guard Post.
Have I allowed you to look at the other fairy? Do you want to share a fun secret with me?